Okay guys, welcome back. It's Matt here from Behind the Iron. Thanks very much for tuning in. I know I haven't made a video in the last couple of days. Life has been hectic, but we're back on track, and I'm just going to do a short Q&A tonight. It's nearly 10:30, so I just wanted to get something out here tonight for you, and then tomorrow we're going to do a rock tape review, the H2O tape, which I think you can see right next to my head there on the shelf. And tomorrow I'm going to go through, the applications for it, the different uses, why it's, in my opinion, better than kinesiology tape that rock tape has previously brought out, and all that sort of thing. So we'll definitely get into that without a doubt tomorrow. But still trying to work the camera out. It looks like we've got the focus pretty good now. We're getting it, trial and error. So like I said today, tonight, we're going to do a Q&A. We're going to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. I've had a few messages that have come over my desk, and a few things questions you've asked, and I'm going to answer a couple of them for you right now. So let's get into it. Thanks everyone very much again for tuning in. Please like and share. Please subscribe so that we can build this channel and also build the quality of the content as well. So thank you very much, everybody. Okay, first question. Do you have any New Zealand heritage? No, I understand why you would ask that, because of the tattoo work that I have here, but no, none at all. Believe it or not, this is actually not Polynesian tattooing. This is a combination of tribal and Viking art. I actually had it done on one of my stays in Iceland. A really cool guy by the name of Fenja did this. He's a very famous artist, or was a very famous artist in Iceland. Unfortunately, tragically, he passed away at the age of 56 a couple of days before Christmas. So that was very sad, but I'm honoured to have his work on my body. So yes, but I utilise, within my artwork, I utilise triangles a lot, which you don't see in Polynesian style tattooing. Triangles for the Vikings, being that they have three corners, which represent earth, water, and fire, which to the Viking man or woman back in the day, that was basically all you needed to survive. That was like the essentials of life. I look at it a little bit differently. I look at it, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I also look at it as the fact that, you may not know, but the triangle is actually the strongest shape that you can use in architecture, with or building something, construction, bridge building, whatever it is. Triangle's always the strongest, and that just appealed to me for some weird reason, so that's why I've got it there. But no, believe it or not, my ancestry is actually Dutch. My family immigrated from, Oma and Opa immigrated from Holland in the would have been probably the mid to late 50s. My father was actually the very first Van Berningen born in Australia, so that's pretty cool actually when you think about it. To be the first of your name born in a certain country, and there were no other Van Berningens in this country until my family moved here. So they've basically brought the name with them, which is also pretty cool, I think. So what that essentially means is that every Van Berningen within this nation is related to me. So I like that. I like that idea. And of course, on my mother's side is Irish. So Dutch, Irish, make of that what you will, but that's where I'm at. Yeah, so no, excuse me, no New Zealand ancestry here. However, I've got a lot of New Zealand friends, and it's a beautiful country. And if I ever get a chance to get over that way, I'll make sure that I bring my camera and I'll bring you all along with me. So it depends on what happens with COVID and everything else. If I can get over there, I'll show you around. But yeah, thank you very much for that question. Next question. What's my favourite strongman exercise? Log press. For a number of reasons. I'm quite good at the log press. I've got relatively strong shoulders. But I like log press because to me it's one of the more challenging strongman events. Because it uses basically everything. It uses your coordination, it uses your balance, it obviously uses your strength. But it means you've got to put it all together for one lift, and that can be quite difficult. Logs are really not the easiest things to lift, especially if they're made of wood, because they're not evenly distributed, the weight. However, metal logs have got their own problems as well, especially if you're lifting outside. They can heat up. Yeah, I like the challenge. I've always liked the challenge of anything really. Whatever I'm doing, I normally prefer that which challenges me the most. So yeah, for me at least, it's definitely the log press. I believe the log press is one of the more challenging strongman events, and for that reason it's my favourite. Thank you for that question also. Okay, how long should I be spending in the gym? Oh crap, that's a hard question to answer because I don't know what you're trying to achieve. Different sports require you to train differently. It's very difficult for me to say. Look, what I will say is this: a lot of people equate time in the gym to results, and that itself is false. It's actually a really bad mindset to be in. Results come from the work that you get done in the gym, not how long it takes you to do it. Dorian Yates, I believe he was a 5 times Mr. Olympia, massive bodybuilder back in the 90s, and pioneered things that guys are still doing now. He was sort of I guess you could call it the father of his style of training. He would come in, blast his body, and then leave. His entire chest workout would take 50 minutes. In and out. His philosophy was more along the lines of, you got to get in, damage your muscles, because this is how they grow. We tear them up. They grow stronger, they grow bigger. But they won't grow while you're in the gym. So get in there, get out, get the food in, get the rest, and grow. Having said that, if you're training for strength, if you're a strongman competitor or something like that, your workouts are going to be longer because of the fact that you need to rest in between sets. You need to set the equipment up. You need to change it for everyone else that's training with you. You might need to change out your protective equipment. You put on a different belt, whatever it is. There's a lot of messing around involved with strongman training. So that obviously will chew up your time. And like for instance, if you're a cyclist, well, you can simply spend 4 hours just on a bike, grinding away. So it's difficult to answer. So what I will say is, don't be too concerned about how much time you're spending in the gym. I would say get yourself a good quality program that includes, obviously working over the entire body. I would say get that done and follow it to the T. Don't cut any corners. Get in, get it done, and then leave. And that is, if you can do that, that is as long as you need to be in the gym, as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, if you need to start getting cardio in and all that sort of thing, well, you're going to have to add that as well. It's a little bit difficult for me to answer that one because I don't really know the context of the athlete, but that's my opinion on that one at least. Excuse me. So another question from the same person. He says, well, I presume it's a he. Only been training a few weeks. What supplements do I need? None. Well, let me run through my train of thought on this one. Again, it's very difficult because I don't know what this person is trying to achieve in the gym. If they're trying to achieve just overall fitness, then none, no supplements are required. You go in, you train, you do your cardio, you do whatever it is you're trying to do. Your body will naturally become fitter, provided you've made lifestyle changes with your diet and alcohol consumption or whatever it is that's possibly blocking you in that area. But as far as just getting fit is concerned, no, you don't need anything. And look, you say you've been training for a few weeks, so what's that, 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 3. Look, I'll put it to you this way. If this person, was to walk into a supplement store and say the same thing to them, I've only been training a few weeks, what do I need? I guarantee you that they would leave that store with over $1,000 worth of what is mostly crap. This person would leave with 3 different types of protein powders depending on when they want to take it. They'll have obviously your branched chain amino acids. They'll have your like some sort of a post-workout thing. They'll have things to boost your anabolic window. They'll have fat burners. They'll have L-carnitine, they'll have L-glutamine, they'll have creatine, they'll have pre-workout, they'll have post-workout, they'll have sleeping aid, testosterone boosters, estrogen blockers, cell volumizing freaking crap. They'll basically sell you this rubbish purely because you don't know any better. So it actually is a really good question. The answer is, now again, it's difficult. I'm gonna sort of spitball this one because I don't know. Firstly, what you look like and what you're trying to look like. So I'm just going to assume, and if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments, or direct message me a little bit more specific, and I'll definitely get back to you. But if, say, for instance, you're a guy that's a little bit thin, you're having trouble putting on weight, you're not necessarily trying to be a bodybuilder or a strongman, you just want to get bigger and thicker. Then the answer's real simple. You just need to get yourself a protein powder that's high in calories. Okay, so you'll have your protein with your eggs and your oats in the morning with some fruit. You'll have, well, I don't personally like to have protein before I train, especially not in a shake, because it just doesn't sit well in my stomach. But you'll have one after you train, and then you'll probably have one before you go to bed, as well as all your other little meals in between. So that's all you need, mate. That's all you need. You don't need to be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on what a lot of it is sugared up cornstarch and stuff like this. It's not necessary. It's a waste of money, and in some cases it can actually be unhealthy for your organs. So a good quality protein powder, and you might just want to have a look around. Different protein powders appeal to different people, but you do not need to be getting into too much of this. I'm not trying to say that all of this stuff that I just mentioned is rubbish. A lot of it has its place, but the place is not a couple of weeks into training. It's down the track, where you're starting to plateau, you're looking for a bit of a boost, and you can feel in your body, okay, I'm finding that, when I'm in the gym, I've been in the gym for 45 minutes, I'm starting to go flat. What can I take for that? That's a different story, because you're trying to solve a problem that you're having with your training. what you're asking me is to try and preempt problems and buy it before you even really get started. Protein powder. You don't need anything else. Protein powder. Thank you for the question. And like I said, hit me up privately if you want to discuss what your situation is a little bit more, and I'll be absolutely more than happy to help you out. But thank you very much for the question. What else do we have here? Excuse me. What are some of the issues that come from being this big? Well, you've got your standard issues of not being able to fit in anything, or can't get clothes to fit you, all that. But I'm sure you're probably already aware that was a bit of a drama. But so I'm not huge. I'm about 187 kilos, which is about 30 stone, which is about 420 pounds. This is all just off the top of my head. So if I've messed up, the conversion a little bit, if you're really that interested, you can put it in the comments. But that was I'm just guessing there. Look, at the moment, the one thing that's really bothering me is the heat. At this weight, heat really, really tanks me out. Like I've got no energy at all. So, having said that, you're always sweating. You're always carrying around a towel to wipe yourself down and all that sort of thing. So, that can be a little bit annoying. Or another thing that people probably don't realise until you get to this size is you constantly need to, you need to assess everything you sit in or sit on or stand on to try and work out whether or not it's going to take your body weight. And this can be a little bit embarrassing sometimes too, when you're at a restaurant and you're sort of weight testing the seat before you sit on it. And I know there's a restaurant here in town where I actually have to bring my own seat. And obviously people have their own opinions of that, but at the end of the day, I decided to get this big. I trained to get this big, and I do love being a big guy. Fitting in vehicles is difficult and all that sort of thing, but at the same token, when you get kids and stuff come up to you because they're just, they're crazy, wow, look at this guy, look how big he is, and they ask you questions and they want to get to know you a little bit more, that's when it all starts to fit in and feel good. So as far as I'm concerned, I love being a big guy. It does come with its drawbacks, but it comes with more good times and sort of happy memories. So I wouldn't change anything. I am sort of in the process of dropping a little bit of body fat. That's just more for health reasons, so I can be a little bit more active, and also for strongman as well, because of course with strongman you're not just static lifting, you're picking up weights, you're running with weights, all that sort of thing, and a combination of all that sort of stuff. So I need to get a little bit fitter so that I can get a little bit faster, and then I'm not so gassed out by the time I get to the next. So for instance, if I'm carrying a yoke, and then they want me to pick up a stone and carry it back, and then let's just say log press, I need to make sure that I'm not gassed out to the point where I can't even function by the time I get to the third event. So that's something that I've been working on for a while, sort of just in the background. But no, it's cool. I like it, and I really look forward to showing you guys into my gym and how I get things done in there. So you can expect that in the next couple of days. I know I've been sort of off a little bit, but we're back on track and we're going to start making some cool content, and I look forward to hearing the feedback. So thank you very much. I think that'll probably do it for the Q&A. I just really wanted to get something out tonight, and again, thank you for your time. Hit me up, DM, Instagram if you have any theories, questions, or anything you'd like to see, or in the comment section below, of course. Please like, please subscribe so I can build this beast, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you very much. Stay safe, keep well.